Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Chris here. I just wanted to give you an update on Litecoin, kind of show you what I'm looking at least. Remember, this isn't financial advice, and I'm not your financial advisor, but I just want to show you guys what I'm seeing, kind of the things that I'm looking at, and potentially what I'm going to do. So, first of all, I wanted to pull a Fibonacci for you guys. We pulled it up here, so from the bottom point to the top, which was $254 up here. So as you can see, we've had a 50% retracement, and we actually broke through the 50 here at $180, and we went down all the way to $173 before being bought back up a little bit. Now, in my humble opinion, we still could continue this C correction, which I'm going to show you guys. We could end up down here around that $163, which would actually be a huge buying zone for many people. It's kind of what they'll call the golden pocket. If you research that, you'll see that there's all this support here along here. So this is a spot where a lot of people are probably going to be buying. Okay, so traders are really looking for that spot right there. But I want to show you, we broke through the 50 here, we went down, and then we started to get bought back up a little bit. But what I'm actually hoping for, because I still want to accumulate Litecoin, is I hope it'll get down into this area, this 160, 165 before we make the next move. But I want to show you what else I'm looking at here. Hey guys, let me get the Fibonacci off here. All right. And guys, if you kind of look at this is at least what I'm seeing. So here's our 1. Here's our 2. Here's our 3. Here's our 4 down to here. And then here was our 5. Okay, so that kind of completed the Elliott wave cycle. 1, 2, 3 was our biggest there. Back to 4 and then up to 5. Okay, so we have that there. And that was a complete market cycle. So let me get this off for us now. Remember, guys, I like a clear screen so you guys can see. Then the next one we're going to go to is our ABC correction here. Okay, so it very well could have been 1, 2, and now we're seeing that 3, which could potentially bring us into right here before we make our next move. So it's kind of coinciding with that Fibonacci like I was showing you, and you see all this support here, guys. So this is going to be a spot that a lot of traders are looking at, around $165, somewhere right in that range. So that could have been our ABC correction, what we're dealing with right now. And also, guys, you have to understand the reason that all this started here and we had this sell-off in the last day or two, my humble opinion was that Binance actually did end up getting hacked, and that's another reason why you guys don't want to keep coins on exchanges. And I feel like they're trying to, in a way, cover it up because they don't want to basically have people lose confidence. So what they're doing is on the back end, they could be taking their profits, and the people who got hacked, they're sending them Bitcoin right now to try to make up for that. So they could be trying to cover their own butts here, but when people found out that Binance got hacked, they got a little nervous, and that's what sparked this sell-off. So also on top of that, obviously you saw there was a complete market cycle here, and then we went back for the ABC correction before we make our next move. And guys, if you continue to listen to all the experts out there, I'm by no means an expert, but I listen to a lot of very smart people. Conservatively, people are continuously saying $1,000 by the end of the year by the way this wave structure is breaking out, what we're dealing with. So if you kind of think in your head, you say, okay, I have 50 Litecoin or I have 25 Litecoin, you can almost look at that as, wow, if I have 50 Litecoin at the end of the year, it could potentially be worth $50,000. So I want you guys to really start thinking about that number and realizing that when we have these pullbacks, this is the time to buy. So you remember, guys, we buy the fear and we sell the greed, okay? So let's take a quick look here at the RSI, just kind of see what the relative strength is going on here. All right. So, guys, you can see we had that big drop off there, and now we got to around 40, 41. So that's a pretty low mark right here. So it's basically almost at the point where it's oversold right now. It probably could go a little lower. We've seen it lower. It's got down to 30 before. But what happened at 30? We had that big run up back here to 65. Okay? So I want you guys really to take this into consideration. Kind of look at those wave cycles like I showed you. The 1, the back to 2. Up to 3, back to 4, and then up to 5. Then our A, B, C correction. So, guys, this is healthy. This is a buying opportunity. If I were you and I were buying, I would still wait a little bit because I feel like we may go down to this 165, 166 point, which would be great. Gives us more time to accumulate before the next run takes place, guys.